On the bench today.
Morgan, welcome to Hoop Talk. Do you want to give a brief introduction to everybody about yourself? You know, who you are, how long you've been playing, who you play for?
I'm Morgan Revell. I've been playing since I was 14, and I'm 20 now, so 6 years. I've played for Aberystwyth first, and I went to the trials for Wales, and had a gap, and then I'm playing for them now, but I haven't had a game yet. I'm playing for my uni team, Bangor, and I played for Carnarvon Kings for a little bit until they stopped playing, so yeah.
Oh, so you've got quite a lot of experience with, quite a few teams.
Yeah, I was playing for 4 teams at the same time, actually. I was playing for Aber, Bangor basketball, Carnarvon and Wales at the same time, so yeah.
What got you into basketball in the beginning, apart from the fact that you're like 6 foot wherever you are, 6'4", 6'5"?
It was weird because I've never played basketball. I've never watched a basketball game when I first started or anything. I had nothing to do with basketball. I was really into rugby, swimming, skateboarding, surfing, all that stuff, but never basketball. And we had a PE session, and I was playing, and I was like, "Oh, this is quite fun," because I was taller than everyone else. So it was just a bit of fun, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun," but I didn't think of it as a sport. And then I was talking to my mate. I was like, "Oh, that was a really cool PE session." And I went down with him on a Monday session, and I went every Monday, and then suddenly I got good enough to go to the older sessions on Thursdays, and just kept going, and it hasn't stopped. So it's just been a lot of fun all the way.
Do you think, you mentioned then that you played up, so even though you're still quite young, you were playing with the older guys. Do you think that had a big influence on how quickly you got?
Oh yeah, I think I started playing with the older guys within like half a year, I think, because I think I went to my first Welsh trials a year after I started, year and a half after I started. And I think because I was playing with people hard, I was playing with who was at the time, Ravi and stuff like that. They were much bigger than me and they were much taller, and it was a lot harder to play against them. So it just meant I had to get better quicker to like withstand what I'm playing against. So I was just slowly, quickly. Yeah.
That's fantastic. What is it you want out of basketball? Where do you want to be with your basketball career?
Well, I want to go as far as I possibly can, really. With most sports I do, I went to the Welsh Championships for swimming and Welsh Championships for surf life saving and stuff. And I've tried to go as far as possible with them, but I think basketball is my favorite sport, and I really want to get as far as possible. And my dad's always said, don't. It's not about taking part; it's all about winning. And I think that attitude to sport has just made me really competitive and just want to go as high as possible and as far as possible.
And that's really interesting you say that. I'm not sure if you've watched the series The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. Absolutely fantastic. And his sort of mentality was based around the same thing, that we must win, we must win. So it's quite interesting you say that. What is it, you've said where you want to go with basketball. Before I go on, what was your most memorable moment be then?
I was thinking about this watching the other videos. I've got for memorable, like amazing moment. I was saving a ball, and it was going out of bounds on the baseline, and I threw it behind my back like that to save it. And it was a 3-pointer, and it went straight in, and it was the most amazing shot ever. I think you were there, actually.
I didn't witness that.
It was the most amazing shot I've ever had. But I think the best memories about it is just I like pushing myself. I like feeling sick after stuff. It's weird, but like I like coming from a basketball session, not being able to walk, or going home and just lying down, not being able to move off the sofa or whatever, because I feel like I've done something, I've achieved something. So when I go to basketball camps, you have like, or sessions with Wales, you have like 2 days on the weekend. I want to feel like I can't physically do any more after that. I remember coming back from Tom, and I was driving back up. I was struggling to drive because my legs are so tired. I couldn't press like the brakes properly and stuff like that. It was quite scary, yeah.
So what you're saying is you give your all-time best as much as you can. And I've coached you, obviously, and you do. You work hard. Is that what you would say to other people, is do what you can, work hard?
I'd say if you're doing basketball and you really want to get high, you have to. I work as hard as I can, and there's still people better than me, and it's amazing how people are doing it. And I've just started going gym now. I've been to uni, and like going gym and doing more running or doing stuff outside of basketball transfers to basketball so well. It makes me going gym makes me feel a lot stronger and a lot bigger, which means I was more confident bringing the ball in, and now I've started dunking games and stuff like that. It just makes me more confident. It's just, if you work outside of basketball and in basketball as hard as you can, you will get really high.
I was going to mention that because as your coach, I've seen you go from just being able to touch the net, and you're dunking it down now like it's quite easy. Would you say that gives you that extra buzz in basketball as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think in the Bangor basketball, there was only me and this other guy who could dunk, and it was just a lot of fun. And then in games, I think a good memory of dunking though is we had like trials at the uni to see if we were good enough to play for the uni team, and I scored a 3. It was an amazing 3. It was from the corner. I came back, stole the ball, double hand dunked it over this guy, and it was just so fun.
Yeah, I've watched you grow, in the time that you've been playing, and I think now that you've decided to put that focus on, your work ethic, the same as Tom Nightingale and the other guys play for Wales, because I keep reminding everybody that we don't play in a league. So for you guys to play for Wales is a massive achievement.
I think I've gone a lot better starting playing more games up north now. So I think, yeah, it is really hard where we live because there's no one to play against, but it is quite amazing how many people are from here playing for Wales.
Definitely. Yeah. What advice would you give to somebody who like you, who's done a lot of sports and maybe thinking, I've tried to get to my best here, but this game, what advice would you give to people?
Push. Just, if it hurts, it's not hurting enough. You just have to go. Yeah. Swimming club, stuff like that. Dad used to go, you're only coming out if you're feeling sick, and you're going to go sick, because that's how far you have to push. You have to make yourself hurt so much you can't do anymore.
So go into that peak where you feel you have given everything you have got. That's what you would say is important to people who want to take the game as far as it goes?
Oh yeah, not 100%, 110%. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And you come back from uni and the first kind of message we get off you is, when's basketball on? When's basketball on?
Yeah.
What is it that makes you come back to Aberystwyth Basketball Club? Week in, week out, holiday. What makes you come back?
I think it's just it's everyone's got a different level of basketball, and like everyone's at different levels, everyone's learning, and what's nice is that everyone's nice to each other. And I think playing games and stuff, I'm not a perfect basketball player, but someone else might know shooting more than me, or might know layups or whatever, and they'll teach you, and it's just nice because everyone's friends and it's friendly, and it's just a really nice place to be, and it's like a second home. It's just enjoyable.
That's really good to hear, and I'm glad you come back each time you come back from uni. That's fantastic for us, and we love it when you join in and give Tom Nightingale a run for his money.
Yeah.
The Last Dance is a new series by Michael Jordan, or about the Bulls. I would say that you should watch it. In your humble opinion, right now, who is the greatest player of all time?
You see, I think Michael Jordan there's no doubt about it, he is. But I think if he played now, I think he wouldn't be as great as he was, because how the game's changed, but like also how different aspects of players, so like say Steph Curry or something like that, amazing at shooting. I think he would be still the best, but I don't think his greatness would be as good as it was then.
Interesting. That's a really interesting.
I was being careful with that
one. Once you watch The Last Dance, I think me and you will have that chat again. And
yeah, we'll have to.
Morgan, you've been an absolute pleasure to interview. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
Hopefully, the situation we're in is quite difficult at the moment, but hopefully we'll be back on the court as soon as we can. Thank you very much. You take care, Morgan. Thank you.
Bye.